It's This Week in Bourbon, and let's see if we can hit on any rules of thumb. And here's your headlines for January 16th, 2026. Whiskey House has finished its first warehouse using the K-RAX systems. Sazerac wins an initial trademark lawsuit against Liv Golf. And High West is releasing its annual Cask Strength bourbon. With that, here's a quick word from our partners. Hey everybody, welcome back to This Week in Bourbon. Ryan, you ever heard of the rule of thumb?
I have heard the rule of thumb. Please tell me where it originates from.
It's a little gruesome, to be honest with you.
So cut your thumb off?
Well, no, but actually in the 1700s in the United Kingdom, a law was passed that allowed men to punish their wives as long as they used sticks no wider than their thumb. And this idea was remembered, and it eventually gave birth to the rule of thumb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Guess that law continued into my childhood with my kids.
With your dad?
My dad? No, I'm kidding.
Are you one of those people that grew up in the backwoods? He'd be like, go fetch your own, what do they say? Like
your own stick?
Yeah, whatever it is, so you can go get beat with it.
No, but I did have my own paddle hanging in my room.
Did you really?
Yeah. And they got used, so.
Like it was a constant reminder. You had to look at it?
Exactly.
Oh my
Keep me in
gosh.
line.
I mean, Ryan, I've been through some traumatizing stuff, but the fact that you have to sit there and look at the weapon that beats you as you sleep at night, I mean, that might have something like a little deeper in your conscious. You might have to talk about to a therapist one day.
No, I got deeper issues than that.
Okay,
I'm sure you didn't you have a fraternity paddle or something?
Well, I did, but I wasn't beating myself or my kids with it. That was something that you're not allowed to talk about.
I don't know if you're beaten. I was beaten, spanking.
Yeah, here you go. You're getting your switch there.
That's why I'm so tough, and
is that what it is?
Mentally tough.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we pulled another bottle here to be able to talk about today. Speaking of High West being in the top of the news there, I figured let's go ahead and let's bring another old bottle of High West that I hadn't been able to pull out yet.
Yeah.
You go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to keep focusing the camera.
Yeah, there's bottled in bonds. So this is exciting because this means that it's actually coming from Park City and the High West Distillery. So typically they've sourced from MGP, probably Bardstown Bourbon from their run with Constellation. But yeah, so this is their bottled in bond, which is obviously a minimum of 4 years, but it says we typically go longer. And
good.
4 years old, 100 proof, distilled in the fall. So yeah, I'm excited. Try their own distillate.
Is that what it is? It's their own distillate. It doesn't say distilled in Indiana on it?
No.
So
it says distilled in Park City, Utah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead. I already kind of nosed it before we started. It smelled pretty good.
It does.
It's
a nice. Go ahead.
One of those things. It's like you wanted to crap on them for so long because it's like they're just using MGP. But this was finally like you cross the chasm of not being able to rely on MGP, and you've got your own stuff coming out to market.
Yeah, it's just super cool.
They're a pretty big brand. I wonder actually how many cases they do.
I have no idea. I mean, yeah, I see them when I travel. I mean, they're pretty much on any and every shelf across the U.S. So, and they have a big on-premise presence too. So,
that's true.
I would imagine they're in like the 75,000, 100,000 cases, probably more. I don't know. I have no idea.
Could be. All right, we talked enough. Let's go ahead and talk with some tasting notes or nosy notes here.
Yeah, I'm getting really nice honey, some chocolate, a little bit of like a pear kind of note, green apple on the nose, and a little bit slight hint of oak.
Well, I think when you try the taste here, you'll be pleasantly surprised too.
Oh, wow. It's nice. Yeah, it's got that bright green apple, but Dutch apple pie, a lot of caramel, brown sugar. There's a hint of like that pot still twang on there.
Okay. I was going to say there's something there. I didn't know what it was. I was like, if I took 3 different kinds of sugar hard candies and I chewed them all up at once, it's not nerds, but it could be a few different things because there was a little bit of just quite like a small bitterness on the back end.
Yeah. It almost has like a single malt kind of vibe to it. Like a, nice fruity barley kind of delicacy to it, but it's not like sometimes single malts, the bad ones, they smell and taste like old beer, but this has more of those like really nice bright fruits, some chocolate, some nice texture to it. I don't know. I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Quick rating.
Yeah. So I'll go thumbs up on those. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really quite pleasant. Taste, I'm like sideways 3/4. I mean, overall it's pretty solid. Finish sideways, that's where it's a little funky, but overall I think it's really well done for their first bottled and bond release.
Yeah, of their own stuff. So congratulations being able to do it. That is a huge milestone. And I will say I really love their glass.
Oh, I do too.
Because it has this kind of fun texture on the outside with the bubbles. It just has a very kind of like vintagey esque kind of look.
It's the kind of glass I want to use, the recycled glass, but you all said no.
Our aesthetic is not the high West aesthetic here, but
that's all right.
It still looks pretty cool though.
It does.
All right, we'll talk about some events happening around us as well. You should go first because if anybody's listening to this on Friday, you'll have you'll have a few hours to run around.
Yes, hurry up and come to Pitch in Scottsdale on Thomas Road. I'll be at Pitch. We're doing a great happy hour. We have some flights and some cocktails, some appetizers, the AWC Barrelheads, which is the Arizona Whiskey Community. Yes. And the Barrelheads, they picked a awesome double oak single barrel. So I'm bringing a sample of that. So you'll get to preview that before it gets bottled. So it should be a fun event. Had a lot of excitement around it. So yeah, I'm excited to go to Arizona. It's about 80 degrees there for the next 3 days. And man, it's 40 today, Friday, it's going to be like 28 here in Kentucky. So
I hate you.
Peace out.
Oh man, that must be nice. Well, you're doing that. I'm not going to talk about it because I'm heading to Columbus today. So if you're listening to this, it's already happened. Other things that are going on is that one of our ambassadors, Sam Jackson, he's based in Knoxville, Tennessee. He's got another bourbon and dinner pairing event that's happening this weekend at Ancient Lore Village, and it's called Ice and Fire, a winter tasting experience. It's $75. That includes everything, including a guided bourbon tasting. There's ice-inspired pairings and winter cocktails. There's the whole menu of cream cheese stuffed croissants and all that. You can go read it on their website, but go ahead and check that out as well.
Yum.
And then not only you're going to Arizona this week, I will be going to Nevada next week. So I'll be hitting Las Vegas and Reno. So I know in Las Vegas, I think we're setting something up with the Las Vegas, what are they called there? The Whiskey Drinkers and Collectors. I was like LVWDC, and I was trying to like put it all in my head. But yeah, the Las Vegas Whiskey Drinkers and Collectors. That'll be happening on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I'll be doing a meet and greet at Corey's Fine Wine and Spirits there in Las Vegas as well. So that's going to be on January 21st.
Is that bingo night?
It's not bingo night. It is trivia night. Trivia night.
Oh,
that's over there.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you on that one.
Yeah. And then on the 28th, we're going to have the Bourbon Brotherhood is doing a takeover here event at Pursuit. They said it's pretty much almost sold out, but you can go ahead, look at tickets. They're available on eventbrite.com there as well.
Yeah. I think they only have like less than 10 left.
Yes. Yeah. It was going relatively quickly.
That's cool.
And then we'll also be following up with events that are happening in California here in probably another week.
Yeah, I'm hoping to finalize that here soon. I think I have one set in the LA area, Hollywood, but doing one in Huntington Beach and then in San Diego. But finalizing details, I should have that next week.
Huntington Beach is sweet.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never been.
I hate you. It's so cool.
Never been.
Yeah.
So thanks for letting me go.
That's going to be a fun one. And then on the ambassador team, we're looking for some more folks. We're looking for somebody else to help us in the North Atlanta region. I think we got somebody nailed down, but we could probably use somebody else there as well. Always need more people across Texas, especially in the Dallas region. And then we're continuing to grow out our California team in the major metros there as well. So feel free to hit me up, Kenny@pursuitspirits.com. I will send you the PDF that tells you exactly what you'll be doing, what you'll be responsible for, and how you'll get paid. We all love
cash money.
We all love money at the end of the day. Right. I know. It makes the world go around. Well, let's go ahead and let's start diving in with some bourbon industry news. And so this first one is talking about the Kentucky Bourbon Country auction and celebration. We mentioned it last week. Pursuit will be a part of it. We're actually doing a collaboration blend with a few different other folks called United We Stand. But they're going to be releasing all kinds of new things coming up until the launch of the initial event there as well. So this other lot that they're calling, they have 12 different lots, right? And so this next one is called Revolution, pays tribute to American Revolution, and it will feature an exclusive Old Forester single barrel selection. It's a barrel strength experience that includes a private distillery tour, hands-on barrel selection, and a personalized label, yielding around 160 bottles. And they're also announcing its other one called 13 Colonies. And this is, again, honoring America's 250th anniversary. This is going to feature 12 different bottles. Well, not about different, but at least 12 bottles of King of Kentucky from the 2026 release.
Oh.
So maybe it was all the different single barrels that were in there.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a big one. And you also get a signed bottle from the original 2002 Old Forester birthday bourbon.
Ooh.
I know. Random, right?
Dang, that's cool.
Proceeds are going to benefit the Bob Woodruff Foundation. You can learn more. Just go ahead and Google Kentucky Bourbon Country Auction and Celebration. You can get tickets for the taste event that's on Friday. We're going to have our team there pouring, or you can go to the actual auction that's happening on Saturday evening that following.
What were the dates again?
It's going to be when we're in California.
So
that second week of February.
Bummer.
Yep. So we won't be there, but you most certainly can.
That's right.
Yes. All right. So another kind of doom and gloom for the industry, I guess, is this the second one already in the year? I don't know if that last one we said was considered, but the second one, Artisan Distillery and Craft Bar in San Antonio, Texas, has announced that it will permanently close on January 25th after 13 years in business. The distillery also operates a bar and brewery at 402 Austin Street, and it cited several economic factors for the decision, including market changes, significant production costs that are attributed to tariffs. Additionally, the company noted a declining consumer interest in micro distilleries and breweries and handcrafted cocktails. And over its decade-plus tenure, the distillery produced a diverse portfolio, including Spike Vodka, Bexar Ridge Bourbon, and Aguilia, I don't know. It's an agave spirit. And to mark its closure, the venue will maintain its scheduled weekend events through January, culminating with a farewell party happening on January 24th. And then there's another final event on January 25th. Probably got to go through the rest of the inventory.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm not familiar with this distillery or brand, but yeah, it sucks. 13 years, a long time.
Probably just had their whiskey coming out that was right. It's like we reached that double
finally
digit.
made it. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
It's tough out there for a lot of craft distilleries, and I feel for them. So hopefully they can have a big party and enjoy the run they had over the 13 years.
Yeah. Go support your craft distilleries that are out there.
That's right.
If you like it, go support it. Go sign up for their whiskey clubs. If you happen to be coming through downtown Louisville, support your local craft blenders.
That's right.
Come and see us over at Pursuit, the smallest guys on Whiskey Row over here. We're the most underfunded and the small. We're the only ones that you could truly say on Small Business Saturday that you're supporting a small business over here. So
no corporations here.
Nope. Well, it is that time of the year when Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board is announcing their Van Winkle and other limited edition lottery releases. So there's about 1,434 bottles of highly sought-after whiskeys featuring, obviously, Van Winkle, Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, and some other stuff from Colonel E.H. Taylor. So it looks like it's just going to be a bunch of Sazerac products. I won't talk to you about everything else, but Antique Collection will be priced at $150. You've got everything the Van Winkle going from, like the 10 years at $129.99, the 23-year at $450, and then there's going to be 48 bottles of just E.H. Taylor bottled and bond. That's weird. Anyway, I guess. Oh, is that the new one from the Antique Collection? Maybe. Yeah, I think it is, because they didn't call it out on the very top. So, but they're going to have 48 bottles of that from the Antique Collection, and it's going to be priced at as $150 as well.
Oh, cool.
Yep. But you can enter online. So,
it's an online.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah,
ahead.
didn't you used to do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was not a resident of Pennsylvania, but I was able at one point to get myself into the system.
There you go. I'm sure they have safeguards against that now.
They do now. Yeah, you actually have to scan your Pennsylvania driver's license to enter these particular lotteries.
Smart.
Mm-hmm.
Keep you damn hackers out there.
I know. Well, it's funny. It's like even like with the making licenses, it's not like when we were in high school.
With laminate.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and I mean, I didn't even do that. We would literally just scan it into our computer and use, because I was able to use Photoshop even like way back in high school, and you would take all the letters and digits and you'd move them around to make sure it's either like a different name or a different birthday or whatever it is, and then you would print it off in photocopy paper, whatever like the nice glossy one is, and you wouldn't even have to. You would just you would slide it into your wallet on top of your driver's license, as long as it was positioned properly and they didn't ask you to take it out. I passed every single time.
Really? You never? I feel like that would. Now they make you take it out.
Oh, they make you do that. Scan it, recite the back alphabet backwards. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah,
can't get away with the fun stuff.
Us damn millennials.
I know. We got away with a lot of fun stuff
That's
back
right.
then, didn't we? All right, let's go ahead and let's roll with our other news headline, which was the Whiskey House of Kentucky has completed its first 7-story rickhouse utilizing the innovative K-RAX barrel storage technology from the Ketter Group. Each warehouse will hold around 48,000 barrels and is designed to improve barrel maturation performance, enhance worker and contractor safety, reduce maintenance needs, as well as strengthen structural integrity and longevity. The pioneering KRAX warehouse design increases, well, I just said all that. It does say it eliminates the need for a plumb bob. Okay. And enables unbalanced loading. So the start of the operations actually started back in July 1st. And now Whiskey House is producing more than 130,000 barrels and has 59 different mash bills.
Whoa, that's a lot.
It is.
That's cool. Yeah, I've seen this technology on paper and some of the prototypes.
It's one of the ones that you see when you're coming into Bourbon Fest. It's I mean, it kind of looks like a jungle gym, but for
for barrels.
Barrels, yeah.
Yeah, too. And then they have like cool robotics that can retrieve and grab the barrels and stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that seems very Whiskey House-like to bring in the robotics and team into that one, too.
Yeah, moving barrels is a pain.
We know it firsthand.
Yeah.
You might know more than I do.
I know. A truck shows up we got to load in like 50 barrels, and Keen's like, oh, I got a haircut. And I'm like, how convenient.
I got to get out of here.
I got to roll these up and stand them up. 400 pounds a piece.
Oh,
me and Tim got it, though.
My stomach hurts, guys. I can't come in today.
That's right. My back hurts.
All right. So this is a very fresh news article here, is that Reyes Beverage Group is now in discussions with RNDC, you know them as Republic National Distributing Company, to acquire business operations in Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, South Carolina, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. The potential transaction involves markets where Reyes already maintains a presence and follows a series of significant supplier departures from RNDC, including Proximo, Brown-Forman, and Sazerac. They have also been aggressively expanding into the wine and spirits portfolio, previously taken over distribution for other brands in the States and other things like Tito's and High Noon in California following RNDC's exit. And while RNDC will retain operations in 31 states, the deal represents a major shift in the wholesale landscape as they will continue to diversify into the spirits and wine categories.
Yeah, this is wild how fast this is kind of all unfolding for RNDC.
Yeah, it's like the dominoes are starting to fall.
Yeah, it's kind of quite remarkable because, yeah, you had Southern and RNDC. And I mean, obviously, when you had those two with, I would say, 90% of the, major brands under their portfolio, it's like, it just makes it a tough environment, where you can manage and satisfy every client the way they want to be treated. And so you kind of see all this exodus and how vulnerable the system is when you lose one or two major suppliers, that everything can just crumbling down in about 6 to 18 months.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what the rest of the year, I mean, this is only January 16th we're talking about.
Right.
Here. There's still a whole year. I mean, this could be the year that RNDC just absolutely crumbles. Mm-hmm. And there'll be a documentary or some sort of movie based about this when you're on top, and then all of a sudden it's a house of cards and it can fall at any moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to get innovative and find some like small to mid-sized brands that they can service and continue, because I know they have a lot of mid and small size brands. A lot of our friends are with them, and it's an opportunity for them for sure to kind of pivot their business model. But I'm sure initially when you lose those major suppliers, it's a major cash flow source. So you're like, crap, how can we, what decisions can we make to just keep the thing afloat? So yeah, you got to start selling off territories, assets, whatnot. So yeah, it's a crazy situation.
Well, it's tough because even as a supplier, somebody like us, if we were with RNDC in another market, we'd be going, well, should we go ahead and start finding somebody else, because it feels like things are rocky, and the last thing you want to do is be stuck holding the bag. So let's say you're in Florida with RNDC right now, and they're like, we got to pull out, we're done. Then you're scrambling to go find another distributor. This is actually a very strategic move by Reyes Beverage Group to do this, because they're already seeing that they can go ahead and snatch up RNDC for a pretty good penny when it comes to this, because they are in maybe dire straits a little bit. Maybe not in dire straits. They're vulnerable right now.
Yeah.
And being able to take the existing infrastructure, take the existing employees, and just roll the business into it, right? So the good thing is that overall, it's a great strategy for if you're, say, an employee of RNDC, because you're like, okay, cool, like this will still work. As a supplier going, all right, well, I'm going back into another great organization. It's kind of a win-win for a lot of folks. But I mean, if you're up higher in the RNDC chain and this is your business, then it's a little bit different.
Yeah. It's crazy times.
It is. It is crazy times. Well, our last news article here is that Sazerac has secured a partial victory in a trademark dispute with Liv Golf Tour over its Fireballs GC team name. So the European Union Intellectual Property Office, or the, I don't know, UIPO, I don't know what it's called, EUIPO, they ruled that the name is too similar to Sazerac's Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey and would likely cause consumer confusion. As a result, Liv Golf is prohibited from using Fireballs GC on apparel, footwear, and headgear. And however, the European Union, we'll just call it UIPO, rejected Sazerac's claim regarding entertainment services, determining that the professional golf tournaments and whiskey production are distinct enough to coexist without public confusion.
I see a potential partnership here. It's
That's
like,
what I'd say.
It's like,
I mean,
because Liv Golf's it's growing pretty fast. I mean, PGA is still the dominating, but Liv has gained some traction, especially overseas. And so, yeah, I would think, it makes sense to be like, all right, well, let's work together on this instead of fighting each other. But I don't know.
I mean, could you imagine?
I can't tell how many times. The only time I've taken Fireball is on a damn golf course.
I was about to say, because you wouldn't see that on PGA, but Liv might be okay with it.
It's like the Happy Gourmet. No, it's not that. But
Where Happy's like, he's opening up like this golf club and drinking out of
That's
it.
That's right.
Happy Gilmore too. I mean, there were so many good Jack Daniels references.
It was Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
It wasn't Fireball, it was Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Oh man, there was a lot of good sort of moments where he was just drinking out of remote controls and just whatever it was.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I saw this and it's like, yeah, you could have thought of a partnership. Overall, I get Sazerac where they're at. I don't know if you've paid attention to what's happening in the underground world, but apparently Sazerac has been sending out cease and desist letters like it's Christmas card season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they're all the groups with all the tater stickers and side projects and whatnot.
Yeah, anybody that is doing like a home barrel project where you're doing your own, say, like E.H. Taylor honey finish in your own barrel, and you create a label that has some mark, guess what? Sazerac's coming after you.
Yep.
They did it for anybody who was creating even mini samples of the antique collection. Anything that is, I at this point, I mean, I remember looking through some of these forums when people were doing, whether they're barrelhead art or anything using Buffalo Trace logos or anything within that family. It's like, they're going to come after you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's their stuff. It's like trying to go and sell hamburgers and throw McDonald's logo on it. Like, they're going to come after you.
Yeah. Kevin C had a great video on this, Bourbon Notes, but I comment on there. It's like, Sazerac always wants to kill the things that builds them brand loyalty or that help build their brand. Like the secondary markets, that there's no argument that helped build Pappy and Antique Collection and the Weller 12s and all that. What they do, they killed that. You have these fun, passionate passion projects from whiskey nerds and clubs that, does it really taint your brand? No.
No.
I think people just love your brand so much that they want to have their own, not piece of it, but just like tied to it, connection to it. And I look at them like, well, this is, obviously you don't want anything that's like derogatory or this, that, but a lot of this stuff is just tying in the brand to their side project or their pick or this or that. And it's like, all right, this is like, these are your passionate fans and you're just like poo-pooing on them.
Yeah. They have to protect their trademark because they also look at it from a health and wellness perspective because safety concern. If somebody was to get a hold of one of these sample bottles, whether it was a E.H. Taylor finished honey bourbon, and they think it's from there, but they don't know where it came from. Somebody gets sick. Who they're going to point the blame at?
That's true.
You gotta be careful with it. But I don't know. You got to have some sort of guardrails. But I guess they're the only ones with this problem. So There's no like prime example. You can be like, yeah, that's what you should be doing. No, they're the only ones that are having this issue.
There's no Pursuit experimental.
There's none of that. Even Heaven Hill and Brown Foreman don't have to face these type of things. So, good to them that they have this problem that they have to solve.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. That is going to be the end of the bourbon news, but stick around. Bourbon release news, as always, coming up after the break. Hey, everybody. It is bourbon release news time, and it is just the start of the season. Not a whole lot to go through. And this first one's not even bourbon, but since we only had two, I was like, you know what? I'll just add it in here. What the hell, right? Rebel Bourbon. They've announced the return of its Rebel Root Beer Whiskey to its award-winning Rebel Bourbon lineup. It was funny. I
didn't know they had a root beer.
I said that to the PR guy yesterday, and I was like, I didn't know they had this. And he was like, well, it came out a few years ago, and I guess they're bringing it back. It says it's an unconventional twist on Rebel's time-honored wheated recipe, and Rebel Root Beer features the straight bourbon whiskey infused with bold and creamy flavor of root beer. Rebel Root Beer is bottled at 70 proof, available nationwide this month with a suggested retail price of $20. Or you can get it in a little mini 50 ml for
is it like $1. So is it like a cream liqueur or is it?
No, I think it's just flavored whiskey.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it says there's going to also be activation plans, and the campaign is called Shoot the Root.
Shoot the root.
Shoot the root. And so this could be around shot machines that serve chilled pours of Rebel Root Beer whiskey.
Well, I could see that going well. I like root beer.
Do you remember when, was it Not Your Dad's Root Beer came out?
Yeah. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, there's like 400 calories and 60 grams of sugar in this thing.
I remember the first time I tried it, I was like, this is great. And then I go, well, I can only really do one of these. This is a little too much. But you're like, hey, root beer stuff that kind of makes me feel good. Sure, I'm all about it.
Yeah. It's trying to take on that Fireball consumer, just a different flavor.
Yeah. I can see that happening. Especially if you're going for that type of consumer. Shoot the root. That's all I can say. All right. In our last news article here, rounded out with High West once again. They are releasing their Cask Strength. This is a new limited edition blend of straight bourbon whiskeys. And so this small batch bourbon is composed, it says between ages 6 to 20 years old. It's finished in new charred American white oak barrels, and it'll be available nationwide in limited quantities. It can also be purchased at the High West Saloon via their website starting January 12th. But unfortunately, it doesn't tell me exactly what the proof is or what the price is. So you have to go find that one out on your own.
It's just Cask Strength then for some amount of dollars.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do some quick Googling right here and see if I can figure out any more information. You keep the folks busy.
Yeah. So I would assume this is not their not their distillate, but some of the source stuff, but
if it's 20 years old, yeah, I'd say so.
yeah,
We just tried the 4-year one.
I blanked out on the 20 years. Sorry. I was still thinking about shoot the root.
Yeah.
I was like, I think that's going to go over well to shoot the root.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing on their website. Well, it does say, sorry, I found another one, 117 proof. Oh, $70.
Oh,
not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Thank you for Whiskey Wash for putting all that information on there for me.
Yeah. The Whiskey Wash.
Always coming out with it. That is it. That is our wrap up of this Week in Bourbon.
All right. Well, I'll see you. I'll have a tan next time I see you.
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding. I'll be in liquor store closets and slinging samples.
Yeah, you will. Well, enjoy Arizona. And like I said, make sure you check out everything with the events that are happening in Las Vegas next week. Love to be able to see you there as well. But with that, cheers, everybody. We will see you next time.
Toodles.